Hey everyone, Eugene Fedorovsky from EugeneFedorovsky.com. I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. I hope you're crushing it in your network marketing business and you're on the way to accomplish all the goals that you set out for yourself this week. And today I have a question for you. Have you ever set really big goals but don't know how to actually accomplish them? If you stay tuned in today's video, I'm going to teach you the Roger Bannister method of hitting your goals. So what is this Roger Bannister method that I'm talking about? And Roger Bannister was the first person to break the 4-minute mile. So basically, up until he came along, no one ran a mile in less than 4 minutes. People thought it was impossible. Humans were not designed to do so. But he came along, he ran it, and he broke it. And after he did that, lots of other people broke that 4-minute mile as well. But he was the first person who did it. And so, what does this have anything to do with business? Well, there's a few things that I could see from what he did that would work for any businessman for that matter, but especially for network marketing. So, the way he did it was, he didn't look at it as just a mile. He broke it down into smaller pieces. And he knew that a pace would take him a certain amount of time. So he knew that each pace he would have to do in a certain amount of time in order to hit the mile in less than 4 minutes. So he would have people timing him, multiple intervals. And he would get better at working in each interval. And then the overall picture improved. So the way I see it applying in our business is if you're setting big goals, big hairy goals as I heard them being called, and I love to call big hairy goals. They're mostly long term. They're the yearly goals, 2-year goals, 5-year goals, 10-year goals. They're not the weekly goals. Weekly goals should be realistic. They should push you a little, but they should be realistic and achievable. Big hairy goals, they have to be big. They have to be something that you strive for to hit. One of mine is in 2 years to drive a Mercedes G-Class. That's $100,000+ car, I think, like 120, 130. I'm not ready for that kind of a car yet, but in 2 years, that's my big, hairy goal. I'm taking actions right now in order to get that, bring that into reality. I have it on my vision board. I'm focusing on what kind of a person would have that kind of a car, and I'm working on becoming that kind of person. Now, for you, it may not be even a car. That's fine. It could be a house, could be a vacation, could be a rank in a company that's pretty high up that you have no idea of how you're going to hit. No matter what it is, set it. Don't be afraid to set it. And then, what I recommend you to do is you break it down. So find out what you have to do in order to get that goal. So let's say you want to hit the big Pumbaa rank in your company, the double crown diamond presidential partner. And so you figure out how much volume you need. How many team partners would you need in order to hit that rank? And then you break it down even more. How much each partner would have to do. Or how much volume would you need to do on a monthly basis in order to get to that rank. How many team members would you need to have? How much would they need to produce? How many team members would they need to have? And start writing all this out. So in my example, in order for me to have that car, there's certain income I need to make. I figured out what that income is, and I'm reverse engineering. What kind of a person would have that kind of income? What kind of an impact would that person have? What actions do I need to be taking on a daily basis to hit that? That income. Prospecting and marketing are high up on that list. Personal development is amazing, and I love personal development, but prospecting and marketing is what's going to get me where I'm going. And that could be the same for you, no matter what your goal is. So that's my recommendation. You have to plan your goals. Make sure you have big ones. I'll give you another example. Ray Higdon, when he was in personal foreclosure, he wrote on a piece of paper that he would have a house in Southwest Florida on the water that was 5,000 square feet. Now, he wrote it on a piece of paper, and he, amongst other things, and he tucked it away in his book bag. It was 4 or 5 years later that he actually was changing book bags, and he found that paper. Now, that was at the time when he found that paper. He was building the house in Southwest Florida on the water that's 5,000 square feet. It didn't just come out of thin air. He manifested it because he thought about it, because it was his goal, and because he worked hard to get it. He was able to get what he wanted, even though it wasn't at the forefront of his mind. So if you notice, I'm wearing a t-shirt that says mindset is everything. Mindset really is everything. When you have the right mindset, you'll be able to hit all the goals that you set for yourself if you take the proper actions. Now, of course, setting goals and not doing anything and hoping for the universe to still give you something and for you to get lucky is probably not going to work. It will take some work. But understand this, that entrepreneurs do what is necessary now that others won't do. Such as taking time to build their business instead of going out to a bar with their friends. Instead of going to the movies and parties and all these other social gatherings, they're at home working on their business. Yes, that's going to cost you some social points, but if you explain to your friends that you're working on your future, and you actually are working on your future, then you'll have something later that others won't, because you are willing to work at it. And that's the hardcore mindset to have. Now, I'm not saying to be like Gary Vaynerchuk, to constantly work at it. The guy, I think, works like 16 hours. I mean, he says he loves it, but his hair turned gray in like 2 years. I want to have a lifestyle like the network marketers do, like Ray Higdon does, right? Like Eric Worre does, like Lisa Grossman has, Diane Hockman, all these superstars. The lifestyle they have is at their own time. They roll out of bed, money comes. They decide to stay in bed, money comes anyway. And that's what I'm hoping to be, and that's what I'm wishing for you. So I hope you found this useful. If you did, please like, comment, and share. I'm sure that there is people out there who this message can benefit. Maybe they're struggling to figure out how they're going to achieve something, because they don't realize that if they break it down into smaller goals, they're going to be easier to hit. And when you hit one, then you hit another, then you hit another small one, and another one, and another one, you get into a momentum, and that's going to amount to a big goal that you're going to hit. And as usual, if you enjoyed this kind of video, please visit my website at www.eugenefedorowski.com for more training like this. Still, for a limited time, there's a training that I'm giving out for free from one of the top network marketing coaches, Todd Falcone, on how to become a 6-figure earner in this business. And if you have an idea that you want me to cover in a future video, feel free to send me a message to Eugene@eugenefedorowski.com, and I'll be more than happy to entertain the idea and make a video on it. With that said, have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.